So let's start with Dow first. Anyway, Dow, as you can see, this is our plan. Let me clean up the chart a bit, volume wise. Let's remove it so that it can look better. And let's remove the bands so that we can see better. So yeah, this is yesterday's ranges and yesterday's top AVWAP from the top of the chart and the bottom VWAP from the bottom. Let's do this anyway. So yeah, those are the VWAPs. Those are the, and this is the start of today's VWAP. The average blue line. This is POC from yesterday. This green line. The value area low is lower. Obviously, price rejected from POC on Dow, not the value area high, not the value area low. So it went and got resisted at POC. That's not the entry point. The entry point is here. Uh, if we can look at it, this is the entry point. Any area of that is fine. Specifically when we go back below both of the AVWAPs. So this is 5 minute we are looking at. We can look at 15 minute as well. 15 minute might sometimes be delayed. So at this point would be preferred entry when it broke below all rejected. So this point preferably would be the best area, and that's why the bottom started. Now, what's the difference between that scenario and this scenario? We're kind of in the same areas and we are trying to reject from the similar areas. So even if it rejects, let's say, from this POC area again, why is that different from that? Then it's different because we have gotten above the AVWAP. So this band that was there, we broke below it. This is a clean move that happened. Now, even if it rejects here, it will chop around, it will move, it will create all sorts of noise. It's creating now. These are not clean. These are not clean price action. Upside downside is there. So my alert is at this point is breaking below all of this. So around let's say if we go back below that the 750 area, 46 750 area, I might be tempted to do some kind of short, but that's not the actual high quality short that we want to do. This is now the similar situation is there on the Nasdaq as well. Let's look at the Pepperstone one. Yeah, so if we look at this obviously printed AVWAP, both value area high, lows, and all that. In this case, we are rejecting from the value area lows, not the point of control on Nasdaq. But the rejection is not the entry, so the rejection happens here. The rejection is not the entry. The entry is when it breaks below this at this point around 570 or something, or this point, whichever area. So even if we do that, SL would be beyond that anyway. So we are keeping that. Even if we enter here, that's also still fine. But yeah, this is happening around the morning times. Any of these entries are good, and if we enter in this range, that's the better thing. But now we are getting resisted around that same level. So the same value area high is a value area low from yesterday is being tested, but this time it's different because we are again above the AVWAPs. It needs to break below it, and the trade obviously has become a bit different because at that previous point, the VWAP band, you can see it's tilting lower. It's also compressed VWAP band that was able to expand. We can see it is already an expanded VWAP band which will compress, as we can see. So if we add the band, it's quite wide now. It will compress, and the price action thus will be more cross bad, as you can see. It's up and down, up and down. So maybe I could be tempted, like I like Dow here as well, if it breaks below 24,540 to short again. But yeah, that's a different trade. That's a different kind of trade than this higher quality one. But yeah, so that's a scenario. This is not a something that we can force. This is the system, and yeah, it triggered earlier anyway. Now the same situation we can see in an S&P as well. S&P, if we go here, it's the higher AVWAP, lower AVWAP, value area high, low. It does not go back to the POC. It does not reject from the value area highs, value area lows either. It kind of rejects from the midway level and goes back below. Similarly, goes back below all the AVWAPs after rejecting the top one. So that's the point, would be the entry point, and that's quite literally the same thing that happened. Again, if it rejects here in the value area lows or this top or that top, is a different kind of trade. We are kind of hunting on the second leg of a same trade. It's not similar. The VWAP is already turning some sort of upside tilt. We can see, which is difficult for the price to hold. Maybe if the price turns in these assets as well, if the VWAP goes higher and the points higher and then tests and confirms the long side, we might be able to play the long side as well. But at this point, it's not a good trade. It's not a solid kind of confirmation. Either it's not sorry, it's not something that we can really back with confidence that we would be able to in this price action. There is a very vast kind of difference in the price actions in these two. So that's pretty much about it on the indices. Thank you.